All right, good morning, boys and girls. It is just about 10 minutes to market open, maybe a little bit more. And we're just getting started here on our morning analysis and review. Check, see what our daily bias is likely to be, and then get an idea of what our predictions are for price action. And then of course, see where market actually takes us and whether or not an opportunity opens up that we're able to take advantage of. So, while I get my hair in order here, bear with me. There we go. Okay. Yeah. Put my eyes on so I can see. Oh, that's better. Oh my. Whew. Okay, let's see what we've run into in the recent sessions. Okay. Definitely, well, New York from yesterday definitely hit some all-time highs. Asia was not able to peak those, but did drop below what was London lows, drop below New York lows. Excuse me. So clearly a push downward during Asia session, and then a move up from there. Let's take a look here. Yep, pretty much mimicked market yeah, pretty much mimic market action on Nasdaq as well. That's pretty normal. They have been working divergent from each other pretty aggressively in the last few days. So to see them working more in tandem now is a little bit more of a reassurance that market is starting to stabilize a little bit. But tech stocks, primarily in the Nasdaq, are definitely been more volatile lately with the way AI has been going on, and some of the earnings reports coming out, especially with Nvidia and so forth. So S&P still very strong though. So definitely, we're clearly in a downtrend. Although on the 5 minute, it looks like we might be something close to a break of structure to the upside. So we will keep an eye on that and see. Pre-market, it looks like we've dipped below already and swept these lows from London, but I will keep that on the as a marker. Um, so first things first, let's clean up the chart and get our new marker points figured out here. Feeling a little indigestion this morning from last night's meal. Had lasagna that the wife had made, and oh, it's fantastic, absolutely delicious. And yet, since being on a carnivore diet lifestyle for the last nearly 3 years now, my body's become very sensitive to anything that, as I call it, is off menu. Um, so yeah, even from last night, that's still bugging me this morning. That's crazy how that indigestion still works like that. So hopefully that won't be too much of an issue today as we try to get through our day here. Yeah, that looks about right. Okay. Don't anticipate anything radically dramatic at market open just yet. We will check high impact news, and we will see I am anticipating that because we've had a sweep of these London lows already, that we could continue directly higher from there. Whether we take another test of that uh, during actual New York Open will be another thing. Um, I'm already seeing here. Let's see. We've got a gap here, and we've got. Okay, we've already inversed this gap on S&P right here. So we have a gap there that was inversed. We have another gap here that's looking like it's about to be. Okay, this gap has been inversed. We inverse this gap, looking to inverse this gap. Um, broke structure. So clearly this is based on an uptrend. It's possible at New York Open we do a slight dip, but then this pushes straight up. We'll probably be targeting this high right here and this high right here. So there might be a scalp opportunity at Open for that. We're just gonna see where it takes us. But before that, let's go to the hourly and check what hourly has for us here. Okay. All right. Definitely a downtrend. Okay. Let's mark out some more highs here. All right. And while we're at it, we'll mark out some lows. Nothing really in the way, man. I'm going to go ahead and mark that as a low. It's definitely going to be an area of liquidity to look at. All right, that's that high we talked about. And of course, we have one here too. Okay. That's all our points. So definitely downtrend on the 1 hour. On the 4 hour, still in an uptrend technically on the 4 hour. So this could be. Well, we do have the break of structure on Nasdaq for down. We'll see. We could see this pop up to this high and then curl back down and hit lows. That's the more likely scenario based on the 1 hour. Market opens, pop up to here, head down. Again, this is just going to be what market tells us. Hmm. We could pop down to here and then reverse. We've tested this 1 hour gap right here. And have not inversed it twice. It's been done twice. Well, three. Actually, it's come down quite a bit here. This gap's been inversed. Play back up. Coming down, trying to inverse this one, but it hasn't inversed. It's possible. Comes down to take out these lows and then move up. It's a hell of a move down during Asia and London. Market opens in just a few seconds. All right, we'll keep an eye on it. Market's going to open here just now. Okay, so we're already looking like we're heading toward our peak point here. See what NASDAQ looks like. Let's check, see what we got for some news going on here. Okay, pretty boring day. Everything positive news. Okay. All right, this is good. I think we're coming back down to take these lows again. We haven't really had our liquidity sweep just yet, so oh, coffee's good. Coffee is good. We got a little news here, do we? What is this? Yeah. Okay. That's what I anticipate. Oh, come on. We're talking about AI technology and how it's beginning to affect the markets in a much more direct manner. Which, yeah, absolutely right. Totally understandable and predictable. Yeah, it looks like S&P wants to take out those lows. Okay, we took out that gap. If this closes down, it will take all these gaps. So like I said, this is looking to take out these lows, maybe down here to New York. That's kind of the idea. NASDAQ, not sure. These two have not been acting entirely in tandem lately. They seem to be working a little more together, but they're definitely on a different schedule. One will hit a benchmark, what seems several candles before the other. I'm going to wait for the next candle. Next candle ought to take it down from there. Wow, respecting that gap. Crazy. We might be headed back up. Or not. Okay, there we go. I get the feeling the market wants to reverse. So the manipulation needs to happen down on the bottom end for it to do that. You talk about inflation worries. That's just great news to get that thing to push down so they can sweep some liquidity there before moving higher. That's what I'd do if I was manipulating the market. Yeah, we've got a couple of gaps here that have tried and failed. Yeah, who knows? Might be headed back up already. A couple of bottom tail down candles. This is a wait and see until we see a significant move toward a liquidity sweep one direction or another. We're sitting on our thumbs. Okay. Let's make sure that I've got the right account pulled up to trade on. All right, we got London on NASDAQ. S&P still has yet to breach. But now we're looking better. It should take out those other lows too. There's some good liquidity down here. It should take out right down here, and then from there we'll see if there's enough of a pull to these lows and down to here So we'll probably see something where it'll come down, play with this liquidity, come back up for a brief moment, try to fake out the longs, and then try to come here. So that's, we're going to see if that actually happens. I kind of think that's what's going to happen. They're going to come, there's going to be a fake out coming back up. Might be a pretty strong looking fake out too, for that matter, the way that these down candles came in. Huh, S&P is just teasing there at London lows. Probably shaking out a bunch of shorts right now. Oh, those puppies. There they go, the whole group of them. Got to go out and bark at something. All right. It looks like it just barely tagged London. So here's where you're going to get the foolish longs going on. Actually, that's a good scalp move right there if you decided to take it. But we'll see. We don't have a break of structure, but we did inverse that gap on the 5 minute. Not on S&P though. So I'm going to wait it out. We got time. Just be patient. Wow. See what I mean about the longs? They're all getting shaked out right now. They're about to get stopped out. Somehow I don't think this drop is done. See, that's a clear downtrend right there, man. You do have the break of structure to the upside. That's a good sign, but I'm telling you, it's a fake out. If you're able to get in and get out quick on that candle, a quick scalp, then maybe you were okay. But if you're trying to wait it out right now, you're probably, yeah, you're nervous as a cat in a rocking chair factory. That's a stupid dad joke. For those of you that haven't heard that before, you're welcome. For those of you that have, I'm sorry. Yeah. What do you expect from a dad, granddad? Okay, unless something really aggressive happens to the upside on this candle, chances are we've got a pretty good topping tail. Up candle, which means we're probably going to drop lower. Yeah, we're already breaching. All right, we got London on S&P for sure, and it looks like we're pushing as a down candle. So we might be done with this liquidity sweep, but we still got everything under here. We've got everything here, so I can't see them just getting close and leaving that alone. Not when we're hanging out there now. I think right now market is trying to, shake out the longs, the guys that got in prematurely thinking this thing was going higher. If you were lucky to scalp and get out up here, then hey, good for you. But if you thought this thing was coming up and you're targeting up here and here right now, I hope you can hold through this pullback because it's going to be brutal. Yeah, there you go. Look at S&P. It's going to pull NASDAQ for sure just because they want that liquidity sweep. Look at that. It ended as a down candle. Dang. Yeah, these are ugly looking candles too. There's not a whole lot to go by here to look for an entry on the reversal. That's frustrating. It's barely touching the sweep on NASDAQ. S&P made its sweep. That's going to be a tough one, boys and girls. Trying to find a confirmation confluence for an entry on a reversal right now is going to be tough. We're going to have to see a few more candles play out. Okay, so this is actually not bad. All right, so good. We're making a play now for these lows. All right, that's fine. I don't know that there's really an entry to ride that. I mean, I kind of know that's where it's going, but do I really want to take that trade? I guess if I'd have taken it up here at the break of structure right here, well, that's an up. That's an up. Break of structure would have happened here. This would have been the entry right here. That's a good entry, but I've caught it late, so I'm waiting it out. I'm not going to take a chance on that. The risk is, I mean, chances are it's going here, but to try to deal with any pullbacks at this point, it's not the kind of risk tolerance I want to deal with. But okay, it's headed down there. So there it is. Yeah, there you go. There's the kind of pullback that could easily stop you out right there. But we need to finish this as an up candle because this will be good. Because this is where, when we work our reversal, we'll have a point that we can look to. Oh, wait a minute. Oh, I've got to get on the 5 minute to do that. Shite. Okay. This is ugly looking price action. Hmm. We could be shaking out some more longs right now. Wow. Is it going to go up? I still don't trust it. We didn't get a break of structure above here. We've got equilibrium right in here. I mean, is it possible? Sure. Just not liking that. Not liking that price action just yet. Okay, we got our break of structure to the upside, so that's encouraging. Boy, we just don't have a good place to set up an R&R yet. I mean, even if we tried to enter somewhere in here, look where our stop would have to be. Way the hell down here. I don't like that at all. I mean, I like that we got some movement, some motion, but high and a low is a high. So this becomes our break of structure here now. So that's encouraging if this does finish lower. Again, this is a sit and wait. We just don't have enough to find a palatable entry. We need to have a good value gap somewhere that we can look at. Maybe even equilibrium. It's just hanging out too much down there. Just makes me feel like it still hasn't done what it's wanted to do for a liquidity sweep. I think it's still trying to shake some people out. Definitely in a downtrend on the 5 minute. So there's no real anything that gives us a break of structure just yet. If this candle finishes out and then we get something break of structure, then we can look at something, begin to target this, target this. I just don't know that we're there quite yet. We're gonna have to see what these candles play out. Technically, we got our liquidity sweep, so we could be looking for something going back up. We just don't have any really good confirmations or confluences just yet, especially with it dipping so low down to here. That's what has me concerned. We made a real push going down toward New York lows, and I just don't know that we are finished with that yet. So, I mean, the way this candle's finishing up, if it finishes up where it determines this as a high, then we can look for a break of structure here, begin to get into a play to see if we can move up. If it finishes as a high candle, then that really doesn't help us because then our break of structure is up here. So I'm nervous about it because if we get our break of structure, I mean we've got a bearish SMT right here, and we're playing bearish ball right now still. I still don't like it. That's the thing. Got a fair value gap here that we haven't inversed just yet. I'm not convinced yet. We could. If we inverse that gap and we break, if we inverse the gap over here, we have a gap right here. And then break a structure right here. We can start looking for longs. Pretty close to equal highs right here. But still, it's a very bearish SMT. Wow. Are they just shaking out the longs there? See, that doesn't help us either because it basically puts up equal highs. And we're respecting the gap. So, yeah, this is ugly. Wow. You poor bastards who went long. Oh my God. Hope you got out. I don't know. Where's the stop over here? Yeah. Good Lord, your stop would have been down here. God, this is ugly price action. Ay, ay, ay. All right. I guess they're going to take another shot at New York and Asia lows. I think S&P is going to be our stronger looking price action right now because Nasdaq is just god awful ugly looking. That is some high range chop right there. That is some ugly, ugly poo poo. Wow. I don't know if I'm going to see a trade setting up here. Oh, good Lord. I'm not sure where there'd be a good opportunity to take shorts here either, because to tell you the truth, there was no real price action that showed any kind of liquidity sweep or manipulation to the upside that would force things back down. If anything, the manipulation clearly looks like it was down on the bottom end with the possibility of a reversal up, but excuse me, they're chopping back and forth like yeah, they're chopping back and forth like they can't make up their minds if the market is truly going to go short or if it's just a manipulation to the downside, and then the market's going to begin forcing more bullish at that point. But there's just not a whole lot to go on right now. Price action's pretty slow too, so it's a relatively light day. Must be a very light day volume wise because there's not a lot happening. I don't really want to put a volume indicator on here because all that does is clutter the chart and give cause for more confusion. But usually you can tell if there's a lot of volume just by the way the movement and the volatility is. Okay, we're starting to establish higher lows now, which is encouraging because now we've established a high, or hopefully we can establish a high here. I'd rather establish a high down further, have some room to set a good stop. Man, that price action, I'm just not comfortable with the way that chop looks though. Ooh, it's ugly. Hmm. Looks like we're starting to get some consolidation here, so this is good. Now we'll be able to see where the breakout happens. Hanging out at these London lows with New York and Asia so close, you just never know. The breakout could squeeze down or push down to those lows, act as a liquidity sweep there. They've already tried getting down there once. Hmm. Didn't realize we had a fair value gap there too. I'm going to go ahead and draw that one out. Okay. We have some things we can run on. All right. Starting to look good. Ah, now we're starting to see something. All right, we'll see if this inverses the gap and closes above. We're in real good shape. This is basically the same. This would be the stronger one right here. So NASDAQ would be the one to take it on. Just got to see if it holds. Okay. Let's go down to the 1 minute. Looking good. Okay. Now we just wait for a little pullback here. I'm going to go ahead and get in. Whoa. Probably wasn't a great idea. Ooh, that's a big move. There we go. Okay. And we are going to target purple. Actually, I'm going to get out right now. It's not bad. Where'd we end up? 1585. Okay, we got a trade in. We're 500 up. Probably should have waited for purple. That would have been a better. Let's take a look and see what happens. We could wait for a pullback. Get back in. And we'll see if there's another play there. Ooh, doji candle. Ah, see, it's hanging out. It'll push. Oh, I see. We have some liquidity right here that it's hanging out at. A little bit here, and then of course we have our hourly. So I see. That's why it's stalling. There we go. There's the boost. Looking good. Chances are, if I'd have been up here, I probably would have had to have closed out anyway, because I think we're right at where that the what do they call it? The consistency rule. It's a pretty loose consistency rule. No single trade can be more than 50% of the total goal, which is really good. I mean, that's much better than most others. Some others are 20 or 30 or 40. So to have a 50% consistency rule is pretty good. And you've got to have 5 trading days. So even if I hit the target, it would just be a matter of building a buffer at that point, which would be good, but it doesn't really matter because um, once the account qualifies for funded, it resets back to zero. You don't keep the cushion. Okay, so this one here, now we're going to have an equilibrium play. Let me see. Do I still have it? Okay, I still do. Okay. We could see it dip down as far as here and then curl back up. So we'll just take a look. I don't know that I'd necessarily want to get back in at this point because we're so close to here. This is our take profit originally. But we knew that there'd be a slight pullback. You got the ever so tiniest fair value gap right here. So yeah, we're gonna push up. So we're good. Should happen any this candle or the next. There we go. All right. So there's take profit. Good. And we should be heading right to London at this point. Okay. So good move all around. Good call on the trade. I got profit on it, even though I got a little nervous and pulled out earlier than need be, but still really, really good. We're at 1585 toward our 3000 goal on day number 2. So I'd say that we're all in all good shape. I still, have to have 3 more trading days before it funds anyway. So that gives me plenty of time to get to goal, get this thing funded, and start working toward first payout. So, all right, boys and girls, that's it for the day. Hope you guys did well as well, and that you have a good weekend. I've got some rehearsals going on, uh, some studio tracking happening this weekend, and then we'll pick it up again on Monday and begin to pick it up again, head towards our goals. All right. Take care, y'all.